Good evening, Firebirds, and welcome to the University of the District of Columbia National Alumni Society virtual meeting. My name is Fo Palmer Murphy, a proud graduate of the prestigious University of the District of Columbia, where I serve as the Alumni Affairs Director. Thank you so much for being with us this evening. Before we get started, I would like to administer a poll. I'm asking you to please weigh in on Homecoming 2021. If the university moves forward with the in-person homecoming festivities, will you attend? That's the big question that I'm asking leadership now. Are we having a homecoming this year? And so I would very much like for alumni to weigh in. Let me know what you think. I've had some say they're not ready for a homecoming this year. Let me tell you something. The students want a homecoming this year. Students are calling me, they're emailing me, and they are ready to have some fun. But I want some alumni voices to please let me know how you feel about it. I'll leave that poll open for just a couple of more seconds there. But I also wanted to let you know that we are launching the UDC Alumni History Project. It's time that we tell our story. We're going to begin with edits to udc.edu, edits to Wikipedia, and there's a small group of us that are working to draft the UDC documentary. This is something that a lot of people have heard me talk about. We have such a great story to tell the story of our legacy institutions: Minor Teachers College, Wilson Teachers College, DC Teachers College, Federal City College, Washington Technical Institute, all of which are the firm foundation that is now the University of the District of Columbia. And I'm so excited about that project. You'll soon receive emails from me with regards to the Alumni History Project, affinity groups that we're forming, and we're about to launch an alumni social media campaign. Again, we need to get the word out about our great UDC, our glorious UDC, and just let more folks know about us. I'm going to end the poll now, and I'm going to share the results. And for those who are currently with me, 48% say they would attend, but you see how we're split on no's and maybe next year. And again, it's a small number. So definitely let me know how you feel about it. This doesn't shape either way, which way we go, but it lets me know, maybe when the vaccination numbers continue to increase, we'll feel more comfortable. But thank you so much for sharing your opinions. At this time, I turn everything over to the chair of the UDCNAS committee, Trustee Errol Schwartz.
Thank you, Madam Director, for such a warm introduction. And hello to all of you in Firebird Nation. My name is Trustee Errol Schwartz, a proud graduate, a 1980 graduate of the University of the District of Columbia. We have a charter as a committee to get the UDC National Alumni Society Board of Directors elected, revitalize our membership, and make sure that we are all participants in the upcoming election. So my appeal to all of you is to listen to the presentations tonight, understand what your role is, and how you will be vitally important in making sure that we turn this over to the Board of Directors after the elections. So the members of the committee were selected by the chair. I was chair of the Board of Trustees for the University of the District of Columbia. I was named the chair of the committee. We have Trustee Shelton, who is a member, Trustee Musgrove, who's an alumni representative, Trustee White Richardson, who's also an alumni representative. Trustee Barrington Scott, another alumni representative. Ms. Rena Daniels, the treasurer of the former board. We have Bernard Grayson, who was the sergeant of arms of that board. And we have, of course, the director of alumni affairs, Ms. Murphy. Our charter is to, as I said earlier, revitalize the membership, make sure that we can collect dues so you're a bona fide member of the Alumni Society, conduct an election so that we can have a board that controls whatever happens with this society in the future. And I've added 2 other things to the list of things to do. And that is to do a clean audit of all of the documents to include the finances and their status with the city and the federal government. I will be monitoring those 2 last initiatives while Trustee Shelton works on the membership and Trustee Grayson works on the elections. I'll turn it over now to Trustee Shelton to give us an update on what's happening in the area of membership.
Okay, we have 2 types of membership: regular, which is annual, and a lifetime membership. Regular membership has been a $50 annual payment. Lifetime is $250 lifetime. The application process will be online shortly, and you will be able to join and pay. There is a timeline involved if you wish to vote. The membership fee to vote is due by July 23rd, 2021, the close of business on that day. If you're joined by then, you will receive a ballot and be eligible to vote. We have compiled the list of members, and we've tried to communicate with all of the eligible alumni. We also have to notify the classes of 18, 19, 20, and 21 when we were not as active as we would like to be. Usually the graduating class gets a year free annual membership. Well, we're offering that to all 4 classes, and they have the rights to a free annual year, which will end in 2022. As a graduation gift from the Alumni Society for all graduates. It's been going on since the beginning. I encourage you to join. If you have questions, my number is listed. My email address is my name, Jerome Shelton at udc.edu, 301-806-3445. My committee, Raina Daniels, Dr. Musgrove, and Bernard Grayson. They're also people you know who have been active, and you can reach out to them. All of us on the committee are prepared to support you. If you wish to vote, and we want you to vote, you have to be a member in good standing by July 23rd, 2021. If you have any questions about your membership, please give me a call. Thank you.
Thank you, Jerome. And also the chat line is open. If you have any questions, you can put them into the chat line. And during the questions and answers period at the end of this briefing, we will take your questions and answer those that we can. Mr. Grayson.
Thank you, Trustee Schwartz. Good evening, Firebird Nation. Today is a very prestigious day for our Alumni Society. I've been often asked the question, what can I do to help? How can I get involved? What are you guys doing now? So that day is here. I need your bodies, I need your time, and we need your financial donations as well. You just heard Trustee Shelton go over what the membership criteria is. I will go over it at some point soon in my presentation, but what we will discuss tonight will be the nomination process and criteria, the elections timeline and process, and the open officers' positions and responsibilities. The very first date that I want everybody to pay attention to is July 23rd. You just heard Trustee Shelton say that that will be the last day for paid memberships for those persons that would like to be nominated. You will be able to pay your membership all the way up until the time for up until the date we have our ballots go out to make sure that you can officially vote. But please keep July 23rd in your mind and your hearts if you want to be involved. The next date that we should pay attention to is July 30th. This is the final day the nominations will be due. At that time, the membership committee will go over all of those persons who supplied their memberships, who are paid in full. We will be sending nomination forms to all of those participants who are full and active members of the society at that time. At that time, I'll give you more information on exactly how the nomination process will go, but you will be able to nominate each and every one of your peers that you see eligible and qualified for the positions that I will go over later. Next slide. The next important date that everyone needs to pay attention to is August 9th. August 9th is the last date that we will look at any financial members, and we will begin to send out all ballots to all those financial members that have become in good standing, as you will, with the society. Your nominations will already be in. You'll get a ballot with everybody's name on there that will be able to sit for one of the open positions. All of the ballots will be due back to us in 30 days on September the 9th. Oh, one other caveat. If you could, once you've paid your membership too, we're going to need a tally committee. My committee will not be responsible for actually counting the votes. We're going to have another subcommittee that will come in to the university to actually count all of those votes. And we're looking for volunteers for that committee at this time. The next important date that we need to pay attention to, September 14th. September 14th, we will turn all mail ballots, all electronic ballots into the tally committee, and they will begin their process. We don't know exactly how many we will receive, but we're hoping that by September 17th, we will be able to certify each and every one of your votes that have been cast. The final important date to pay attention to is September 20th. That is the final day that is the day that we hope we will be ready to announce your new leadership. The most important question, what positions are available? What I won't do tonight is actually read to you all of the descriptions. Director Palmer will be able to put out an electronic link that will go to the 2002 bylaws, where you can read at your leisure exactly what these positions consist of. But for now, I'll give you the president, the vice president at large, the regional vice president, the treasurer, the financial secretary, the recording secretary, the recording and the correspondence secretary, and finally the sergeant at arms. Again, all of these positions are currently vacant, and we would like to have them filled by mid-fall. At this time, guys, it's up to you. We've given you your battle rhythm. We've given you your orders. I hope that each and every one of you will nominate someone. I hope that each and every one of you will cast a ballot. And I hope that many of you will see that you are qualified and eligible to fill these positions. Firebird Nation needs each and every one of us right now, and I hope to see you all soon. Back to you, General Schwartz.
Thank you, Mr. Grayson.
You're welcome.
For that very informative presentation. Now, Firebird Nation, we are ready to take your questions. Director Murphy, do we have any questions in the chat?
I see two. The questions that I see about lifetime membership, you can check with me to confirm your lifetime membership. That would be important, but it is a $250 one-time fee for your lifetime membership, and your annual dues, if you don't have a lifetime membership, is $50 a month. There'll be an online process and that you can use in a few days.
Trustee Shelton, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. How you doing? Yes, ma'am. I just lost you.
You said $50 a month. You mean $50?
No, $50 a year. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes. And that's a good call.
There's a question about alumni who have already paid a lifetime membership.
And
How are they
again,
impacted?
if based on we're using the list of names that we have, please contact me about your individual questions and I will research it and get back to you. My email address is jerome.shelton@udc.edu. And I will investigate each individual case to the best of our ability based on the list and the documentation that we have received.
Can we call you?
Yes, you can, but I'm all over the country, so I'm asking you to email me so that I can do it in the evenings. But my phone number is also listed there, 301-806-3445. But I have to open my computer to look at the listings. I don't carry all the names in my head.
It's okay.
There's a question with regards to the 1-year free membership. Trustee Shelton, can you?
That is a gift that the society has been giving to graduates of the university, and we weren't able to do it because we were inactive. So we've grandfathered it in to include all the graduates. I think it's 18, 19, 20, and 21. It grants you 1 year, which makes you eligible to participate. We already know who those graduates are, so we're able to account for them. But that's a gift that's always been given.
Question, is an application needed by those receiving the gift?
Yes, the application will be mailed to those graduates who have received it, and they can access it online by checking in with the Alumni Society office. But yes, that application is coming to you for you to complete in a timely manner. And we hope you will, to let us know you want to belong.
Does the application have to be received by July 23rd? I think that was the date that.
Yes. You all can hear me. I see a question from Herman Preston, one of our founders, who says he cannot hear. Am I getting out clearly to you all?
I can hear you.
Thank you. Okay. Well, I hope he's getting the information. He's one of the original supporters.
One of the questions is, what regions have been identified? At this time, we have not necessarily put in concrete exactly which regions we hope to have new chapters. One of the duties of that particular vice president will be to poll and survey different chapters that we would be able to reach out to and start new chapters across the country and globally. So that is, I see that question in the chat. That's something that will be a part of the duties of that particular vice president.
Thank you. There's a question about who do you pay? You pay the University Foundation is now the agency that receives monies for the Alumni Society. The check is made out to the University of the District of Columbia Foundation, identified for the Alumni Society, and those appropriate accounting practices will be followed.
Keith Johnson wants to know, do we have a current list of alumni who paid their lifetime memberships in the past? Mr. Johnson, I believe that Trustee Shelton has said yes, we do have a current list. If you would be so kind, please email him and or Director Palmer. They will research that information and get right back to you as swift as possible.
There's a question regarding the term of these elected positions. How long do you serve, please?
According to the 2002 bylaws, each term is for 4 years. I may have misspoke, but again, Ms. Palmer will put up a link where everybody will be able to review those 2002 bylaws, but those are the governing constitutions that we will follow throughout this election. Director Murphy, Ms. Foster wants to know, will our meetings be held in person or virtual for board meetings?
That is predicated on the decisions of UDC leadership. We are going to start phasing back onto campus over the summer months, and we're waiting for further direction as to how we will operate come fall 2021. So as that information is provided to staff, I'll share it with alumni.
Thank you, ma'am.
And please know that that's the decision about in-person and virtual meetings is one that's being adjusted by all levels of the city and the university. So there will be a lot of discussions about that in the near future. So
one of our participants has a question. Are the prerequisites for the positions only that you have to be an alum?
you have to be an alum who has graduated, I believe, is the terminology. We have, yeah.
With a
So
paid
you have-
membership.
With the paid membership.
With the paid
Mhm.
membership.
You're
With a
good.
paid membership. Thank you, Rena. I was hoping you
So
would
welcome.
chime in. Ms. Daniels.
And another caveat to that paid membership is a completed alumni application. We
Application.
need everyone to actually complete the applications. For everyone that's been gifted the free membership, classes 18, 19, 20, and 21, Director Palmer will also be sending you some information, but to actually execute your application, your
Activate.
you have to activate it, and we will have to send that information back to us. I just wanted to make sure we made that note.
Yeah, it's your gift when you complete the application, and that's when the gift is kicked in. You do it, but you have to sign in for it.
Jelani wants to know, what events does UDCNAS have planned? Jelani, the society as a whole right now does not have any events planned. I'm gonna give that a caveat. Once again, the purpose of everyone becoming current members, becoming parts of our leadership team, is so that you all will be able to direct this organization as we move forward. It will be up to you all to determine what our events will be, what type of different functions will we have, how we're going to govern this body moving forward. The caveat is you would want to ask the question of, what events does the Office of Alumni Affairs have planned? And Director Palmer is currently working on homecoming. She's working on our historical campaign. They're working on the A.B. Henderson campaign, a little plug for that. And if you call her office, she'll be able to speak to you directly, or send her an email, and she'll be able to actually answer your questions in full detail.
Well, someone had a really great question with regards to committee service. Do you have to be elected to serve on the committee?
No, you don't have to be elected to serve on a committee, but you got to be financial within the UDNAS to serve on a committee.
If there's a committee that I'm interested in serving on, how do I offer my services?
Right now,
Go ahead, Jerome.
I would encourage you to alert Ms. Murphy of your desire, and when the committee assembles, we will definitely fill in the roster for all committees that have people who are interested in serving until the leadership takes over, and then they can decide what goes on after that. But right now, we're trying to field the committees that are necessary to get the organization up and running. And we need your help and your participation and your vote.
Ms. Foster, to answer her question further, to further elaborate on your application, there will be a space for you to identify exactly which committees you would like to volunteer for and help us out. So we'll have your name cataloged once we have your application to tell us exactly where you best see your skill set helping to move the organization forward. Thank you for that question.
There's also a question on here from Lauren Massey, and it says, when will you be able to pay online?
Hopefully, I'll have that whole system up tomorrow. But definitely, alumni you'll receive an email from me when that whole system is up.
Okay.
Answer is yes, you will be able to pay online.
Yeah, but you can always send if some people don't want to do online, we do accept check payments and money order payments. Again, I'll have all of that in an email to alumni with all of the instructions.
And
Are there any,
excuse
go
me,
ahead.
so, can you at least give them a number? Because people who are on the phone can't see the chat. And you
Very
have
good
quite,
point.
you know, you have quite a few on the phone. So if nothing else, just say your number, how they can reach you if they have any questions.
Good
The
point.
best way to reach me is via my cell phone, because I'm probably on campus once a week. My cell phone number is 202-923-0660. And again, my name is Fo Murphy, the Director of Alumni Affairs. Just feel free to give me a call. My email is alumni@udc.edu. Feel free to email me as well.
Are there any alumni who are on with us right now who are not receiving emails? Like, do we have all of your updated information? Any issues with that? You can just drop it in the chat. I'm just curious.
Herman Preston asked, what is the current status of the NAS? The current status is that it is still the university identified alumni organization in the process of holding elections for officers and identifying its membership. All our alums are being invited in and given an opportunity to lead us into the future. Due to life's interventions, we've had a lot of adjustments to be made, and this is a step to keep it going, and we hope you will come with us. The Alumni Association is for you and to give back to the organization that has given us so much that we all value.
Ms. Sandra Armstrong is asking the question, is the UDC Alumni Association affiliated with the DC Metro HBC Alumni Association? The answer is yes. We've been a partner with them since about 2015. We're very active with them, and we try to support them in each and every one of their endeavors. Should you have further information about that, please feel free to email me. It's going to be bgrayson, Grayson, 202@gmail.com. I am currently your chapter representative to that association.
There's a question with regards, once you pay a lifetime membership, what is received from the alumni to let one know that they are a paid lifetime member? Once this online, now this is for, I'm guessing Mr. or Mrs. Nixon who asked this question, that you're interested in becoming a lifetime member. If that's the case, once you complete the online application and you make your payment, you will receive an electronic receipt. Your name is then entered into the alumni listing that I will turn over to Trustee Shelton, but you will receive a confirmation.
So I think the question may be geared more towards the aesthetics of paying a lifetime membership. I've had this question before in the past, correct me if I'm wrong, but I've had a alum say, hey, if I went to such and such university, or my brother or my sister, when they get their lifetime membership paid, they get a trophy, they get a plaque, they get a something. And what do we as UDCNAS have at this time? It's a work in progress. It is a work in progress.
We hope to have a conversation with the new board as they come on board in September, and we will highlight some of these questions to them, committee participation, token of appreciation, all of the things that you are raising with us. So ask us your questions and we will catalog this. So when we have a transition meeting where this committee will then be dismantled, when the board is put in place, we will have that discussion with the board as they take over.
There's a question here from Betty Jackson. It says, other than being an alum and completing our application, will credentials be considered and or required to run for a position? No. If you pay your money and you become a member by July 23rd and you have yourself on the application for nomination by the deadline date, that's the qualification. It is up to the members to decide based on what you put out there, whether or not they feel you are qualified for the position. There was another question put out there, and it was from Barbara Jones. How many donors does UDC have? Donor management. To be very honest with you, that's a UDCNAS question that we cannot answer. That is something to be answered at another level by another group of people, because the UDCNAS is really looking at getting the alumni involved in the sense of supporting the university, because by the fact that we are alumnus. So the question, how many donors does UDC have? That would have to be a question for another audience.
Okay. Dr. Plummer lets us know that her husband, her deceased husband, received a postcard, but she is a lifetime member, and I do have her on the list. Dr. Plummer, I don't know how to explain it, but we do have an address for you, and we'll try to make the necessary corrections. But I'm aware, and with much respect for your husband and you. But yes, we will try to work that out so that you get the mail. And Mr. Preston has indicated he received a lifetime pin. Well, we haven't been there in a while, but that's a good point. Ms. Nixon, I will be looking, contact me. I will be looking at the list to see if I have information on you. I may not have your correct address and telephone number, but if you email me and it's correct, I will respond. And if you think you've paid for a lifetime membership, by all means, say so. Send me the information so that I can begin the research process.
Any more questions out there?
Did we answer Ms. Foster's question about alumni representatives by UDC colleges or classes? Because the answer to that is
no.
We don't have anything sectored out in that format.
We don't have anything formal. We don't have
Nothing
anything formal, nothing formal. But there are lots of groups of friends and classmates who have organized and participated. The fraternities are organized and participating. I know that the Omega men meet once a month of Omicron Gamma chapter. And I'm sure that the other fraternities have and sororities have different gatherings of the alums. And we hope that they will participate in this election. And my brother Prendas, thank you for your question. Thank you for being there. Ms. Bullock, if you will communicate with myself or Ms. Murphy, your mailing information, we will make sure that it is in the right place for the future so that you will not be missing, you will begin to receive emails.
Director, can you clarify whether or not there's something on the udc.edu website wherein, let's say everybody's come to this meeting and they've said, I'm not getting the emails. Is there something on the website that an alum can just say, hey, I need to update my information? I can just do it because I logged into udc.edu versus remembering a phone number or an email address from tonight.
Yeah, I placed the link in the chat. if you go to udc.edu and click alumni, on that first page, there is information, some of the conversations we're having now, but also there's a link to update your information, the update portal. So I did place that in the chat.
Perfect.
But feel free to email me at alumni@udc.edu. I will gladly make that update.
Awesome.
Questions?
We don't have a minimum number of nominees. We're looking for candidates for positions. You can self-nominate. You can talk with one of your classmates and nominate them, but they must complete the nomination form. That's what we're looking for any of the positions that are identified. And we hope that there will be people committed to making this organization strong and vital like it has always been.
Please don't skip the question from Sheena Foster.
I didn't see it.
You see it?
What is it? Say what it is.
Is the UDCNAS an autonomous organization? I'm wondering why we have to make contributions for membership to the UDC Foundation versus the NAS.
Trustee Schwartz, can you answer that one, please?
Yes. What I planned to do was to have an audit of all of the finances of the previously formed NAS. So I've frozen the accounts until I have a clean audit. The foundation has an account where they have been collecting funds, and that account will also be audited, but it's an active account at this time. Once I have a clean audit, I'll turn over all of the accounts to the president and the finance secretary of the newly elected NAS board.
Yes, the slides there's a question, will the slides from tonight's meeting be made available to attendees? The slides as well as the recording will be made available. I'll place it on the alumni page of udc.edu, but I'll email it out as well and post it to Facebook, the alumni Facebook, and it'll also get posted to UDCNAS Facebook. Do we have a link for UDCNAS? There is not a website yet, but on udc.edu, there is a page that will be updated. And again, I'll email that out as well.
Ms.
Go ahead.
Will the audited financials be made available for members to review? Trustee Schwartz?
The answer is yes. As soon as that audit is completed, the first persons we will turn it over is the newly elected board in September, and then they will make that audit available to the members. Any more questions? Seeing, okay, there's something. Yes, the answer is, the question is, would the NAS be in compliance with DCRA? Yes, not only DCRA, but also with the federal government also. So we will be doing that compliance check, and yes, the NAS will be in compliance. And that will also be turned over to the newly elected board.
Okay, Antoinette's question, I lost it just that fast. As many people who are eligible and who have applied for a position, they will be listed under the positions they have applied for and are eligible for. So if we have 10 people for president, we'll have 10 people on the ballot. If we have one person, we'll have one. But again, we hope that we will have people interested in serving for all of the positions that are open.
There's a question, where can we receive a complete list of the committees of the, and forgive me, Ms. Armstrong, but this is the Alumni Society, not the Alumni Association. It'll be made available in the 2002 bylaws that I'll have posted to the website, and you'll be able to see it in the membership application as well if you have to renew or if you're newly joining the Alumni Society.
Okay, one last question. Where can we receive the completed list of the committee of the Alumni Society? That's the one that you just answered, Director Murphy, right?
Sir.
Okay. Okay. Well, I want to thank all of you for joining us this evening. I want to thank the committee for participating in this robust communication with the Firebird Nation. I want to give a plug, and Mr. Grayson said it earlier. We are doing many things with the society, and one of them is the E.B. Henderson effort. And you can always look that up on the Alumni Affairs page, and you can see what we're doing for E.B. Henderson. Also, Mr. Grayson said earlier he's looking for volunteers for the Tally Committee. So if that's one of the committees that you would like to volunteer to serve on, please contact Mr. Grayson, and he would be happy to take your name and assign you appropriately. With that, any other questions from the committee or statements from the committee?
Thank everyone for participating.
Thank you so much. And with that, this meeting is adjourned.